Let's talk about what happened in the Whistler real estate market in the second quarter of 2024. My name is Dean Linnell. I'm a real estate agent here in Whistler, BC, and I make these types of videos to show you what's actually going on at the ground level in the Whistler real estate market and what the numbers are saying. If you learn anything new in today's video, all I ask is that you leave a like and make sure to get subscribed to the channel. You can also book a buyer or seller discovery call with my team and I at the first link in the description below. Over the course of the quarter, inventory levels continued to rise in both Whistler and Pemberton, which came as a function of both the typical spring market activity and the capital gains changes implemented towards the end of the quarter. April was a busy month for sales in both the Whistler and Pemberton markets, which was followed by a slower May and June as the much anticipated interest rate decrease at the beginning of June didn't really move the needle in terms of generating any realistic market activity. In Whistler, there were a total of 136 sales in the second quarter, with approximately half of these sales coming in the month of April. Overall, this is a 16% increase versus Q1, but down 18% from the same period last year. Despite sales volume declining over the course of the quarter, the median sale price increased each month as the result of the product mix that we sold. The luxury segment, although slower than Q1, remained active with 10 sales over $4 million in Q2. I get asked all the time about where Whistler buyers come from. I think a lot of folks think that it's mostly US or international buyers. However, our buyer's origin is pretty much the same year after year. Buyer origin for the first half of the year in Whistler was typical, with 83% of buyers coming from British Columbia, 2% from the rest of Canada, 8% from the US, and 5% from other international locations. There was a listing boom in Q2, likely due to the capital gains change, with 315 new units coming to market throughout the quarter. Total market inventory currently sits at 346 units, 50% above inventory at this time last year and 23% above the 5-year average. Overall, Q2 market conditions in Whistler were balanced with a slight lean in favor of buyers. There were 31 sales in Pemberton in Q2, almost doubling the sales volume from the typically slower first quarter of the year. Year to date, there have been 17 less sales than there were at the end of Q2 2023. Median sales prices are down across all categories, likely because of the continued sensitivity of the market to mortgage rates. Inventory increased by almost 40% from April to June and currently sits at 94 units, which is the highest level Pemberton has seen since August 2020. There was one luxury sale in Pemberton over the $2 million price point in Q2 versus 2 in Q1. 37% of Pemberton buyers originated from Whistler, 33% from Pemberton, 16% from the Lower Mainland, and 8% from other areas of BC. Overall, the Pemberton market is tilted in favor of buyers throughout Q2. Summertime in the Whistler and Pemberton markets is traditionally slower, with a pickup in the late summer to early fall as buyers look for places for the upcoming snow season. We may also see an inventory correction, with the deadline to sell to avoid the new capital gains increase now passed and some unsuccessful sellers probably just taking their properties off the market. Economists expect the Bank of Canada to hold rates at the end of July announcement and introduce further reductions this fall, which we expect to further entrench the historical summer and fall market patterns. We haven't yet seen any momentum from the initial 0.25% interest rate decrease announced at the beginning of June. Although in line with past rates, they're still notably higher than what borrowers have become accustomed to, and overall, there's still a lot of economic uncertainty, some of which is being fueled by the volatility in the US market as a result of the upcoming November election. As a result, a lot of buyers and sellers are in wait and see mode. But for those who are motivated, there's opportunity to be had from both perspectives. I've helped over 1,000 buyers and sellers in the Whistler real estate market over the past 25 years, so I hope some of my market knowledge in this video has helped you too. If there's any questions you have at all, throw them in the comments below. I personally read and answer every one of them right away. Don't forget about that Calendly link down there too if you want to book a discovery call with me. I'll catch you in the next video.